Hey guys, here is part 4 of this gigantic book haul. 6 books. And then I only have 6 more to go in my next haul. Good thing I only picked 6 books because these videos have been at least 10 minutes long. Okay, the first book I got, I seen in Krista Cubicle Blindness's haul, and it looked so creepy. I had to get it. It's mass market paperback size, but it doesn't even feel like it. I love the words are big too in it. Slights by Karan Warren. This book is so freaking freaky. I don't know if you guys can see. I really wish my camera would focus close up. I don't know. The faces on these people are just freaky. Very creepy. I love it. Even though this is mass market size, it doesn't seem like it. The words are like this, which is really nice. It is long. It's 496 pages, but because the words are big too, and it's a short book, I think it'll be a quick read. A blurb on the front says, "Powerful stuff. So powerful, in fact, that my throat was hurting with my attempts to keep my emotions under control. I was completely drawn in, totally immersed. I felt ill much of the time." Great. That's by Russell Kirkpatrick, best-selling author of Across the Face of the World. The back doesn't say much. It says, "Stevie is a serial killer. When she kills people, she asks them, 'What do you see?' She's about to find out." Yeah, so, and it says to file under horror, real life terror, damaged lives, family secrets, and beyond death. So, this was in 2009. It was published. I wanted to see if it had like a summary. Haunted serial killers, teenage riots, zombie detectives, the evil dead. The robot army is on the rise. I'm not sure if they mean that's about Slights or if that's about something else. Yes, I'm really, really excited to read this book. It is so flippin' creepy. I love it. Gosh. Okay, the next book I got is Just Like That by Marcia Qualley. This is a speak novel too, which I love speak novels. Says, when Hannah breaks up with her boyfriend of almost a year, she knows she's supposed to feel something. Liberated, maybe? Sad? Instead, there's only one thing she feels for certain. She's in for a pretty dull winter. Her job in the swimwear department certainly isn't very exciting, but in an instant, everything changes. Hannah finds herself the bearer of a major secret. She was the last person to see 2 teenagers before they died in an accident on the icy lake, and she thinks she could have prevented their deaths. She can't possibly tell her mother or her 2 best friends. She can't tell anyone. Even drawing and painting, always her therapy in the past, aren't the recipe for calm they once were. So when Hannah finds herself drawn to Will, the elusive boy she's noticed around town, the kind of boy who'd quicken any girl's pulse, she doesn't hold back anything. What she learns about him will astonish her, but what she learns about herself, her friendships, her family, her life, will affect her far more. Yeah, so that sounds good. So you guys should know that I'm going to say that. Next book is An American Haunting, The Bell Witch by Brent Monahan. And actually, I did not know this, but it says it's now a major motion picture starring Sissy Spacek and Donald Sutherland. So I did not know that this was a movie. Yeah, this is 1997, An American Haunting. Yeah, so this movie's been out. Let's see. It's another one that sounds scary. Known throughout Tennessee as Old Kate, the Bell Witch took up residence with John Bell's family in 1818. It was a cruel and noisy spirit, given a rapping and gnawing sounds before it found its voices. With these voices and its supernatural acts, the witch tormented the Bell family. This extraordinary book recounts the only documented case in U.S. history in which a spirit actually caused a man's death. The local schoolteacher, Richard Powell, witnessed these strange events and recorded them for his daughter. His astonishing manuscript fell into the hands of novelist Brent Monahan, who has prepared the book for publication. Members of the Bell family have previously provided information on this fascinating case, but this book recounts the tale with novelistic vigor and verve. It is truly chilling. Richard Powell was a schoolteacher in Tennessee when he first encountered the Bell Witch. He died in 1848. So this is based on a true story, so kind of like the Amityville Horror, where that house was haunted. The next one is Alan Wake by Rick Burroughs, a novel based on the new psychological thriller video game. I didn't know it was based on a video game, but it sounded really good. Not too big on the cover. It's definitely going back to the video we did, books for boys by boys, about boys. This, I think, definitely will fall into that. It's called Alan Wake. It's by Rick Burroughs, and it's based off of a video game. And I know girls play video games too, so I'm not trying to stereotype or anything, but I think this definitely falls into that category. It says, "Welcome to Bright Falls, a seemingly idyllic small town in the Pacific Northwest. The perfect place for Alan Wake, a best-selling crime novelist, and his wife Alice, to relax for a few weeks. Maybe a second honeymoon, and the fresh air will cure Wake of his writer's block. But when Alice goes missing under mysterious circumstances, Wake's desperate search for her leads him into a hell only he could imagine. In the depths of nearby Cauldron Lake, a dark and malevolent presence has awakened from a long slumber. It's reaching out now, turning the townsfolk into mindless killers. Sheathed in shadows, vulnerable only to light, they are taken. Wake's journey will lead him to the very edge of madness, and deep within the dark woods, he will come face to face with a story he has no recollection of ever writing." This is from 2010. It sounds really good. The next one is so funny because my daughter was unboxing everything for me, and she was reading the titles and then handing them to me. And I don't remember when I put this in my cart when I bought it, if I knew that it was a novel or if I really thought it was a journal. I can't remember, but I know I was shocked when I opened it and said, "This isn't a journal." It's called Dream Journal by Karen Halverson Schreck. I guess I really thought, I know when she pulled it out of the box, I really thought it was a dream journal. That's so funny. And it's not. But the cover is cool. Look at that car. That's so cool. Yeah, this is, because I opened it and it's, yeah, it's actually a book. But it sounds good. 16-year-old Livy Moore has finally summoned the courage to ask about her mother's illness. But she already knows the answer. For the past year, Livy has watched her mother grow weaker. Until now, Livy has survived the pain of losing her mother by shutting herself off from the rest of the world. She's alienated herself from her best friend and barely speaks to her father, never sharing with him the grief that is tearing them both apart. But as Livy gets swept up in a strong but ill-fated crush and her mother's condition worsens, she must learn to trust not only those around her but herself. A powerful and unforgettable novel, Dream Journal gazes unflinchingly at the pain of loss and the beauty in survival. Yeah. Definitely not a journal. And then the last one in this part is The Exchange by Graham Joyce, which this cover is kind of neat. I like it. From what I've read on it, it definitely shows what the book's about. And it's got like a really neat pattern going on in the background. I don't think this has anything underneath the cover either. No. No cool covers today. Well, actually in my next one there is, but not in these. Okay. The bracelet. She couldn't get it off. No matter... Oh. That one I'm going to read you guys. Late at night, they break into strangers' homes, not to steal anything, just for the rush. Then it all goes wrong. Kaz gets caught in the act by elderly Mrs. Tranner, and before she knows it, the old woman has snapped a silver bracelet around her wrist. It's more like a handcuff than a piece of jewelry. Kaz can't remove it, no matter what she does, and then it somehow becomes part of her, sinking into her skin like a tattoo. Weirdest and worst of all, it's given her an unpredictable kind of ESP. She can see into people's inner lives, whether she wants to or not. The only one who can tell Kaz more about the bracelet's power is Mrs. Tranner, so she's doing chores for the old woman in exchange for information, and dealing with her single mother's new boyfriend, and her own new boyfriend, and her best friend's problems at home. And all the while, Kaz wonders if there's any way to get out of this exchange before something even worse happens. The exchange is gritty, magical realism with a sense of humor, just right for fans of Holly Black and Sonia Hartnett. So that sounds... You guys can complete my sentence. That sounds good. Of course they sound good, or else I wouldn't have bought them. So, a recap. The Exchange by Graham Joyce. Dream Journal by Karen Halvorson Schreck, which is a book and not a journal. Alan Wake by Rick Burroughs, which is based off of a video game. An American Haunting, The Bell Witch by Brent Monahan, which is now a motion major picture and is also based on a true story. Just Like That by Marcia Qualley, which is a speak novel. And Slights by Karan Warren, which is a creepy, creepy book, which looks so good. So those are the 6 in that haul. One more haul to go, and that will be it.